deeper things about automation. In the last couple of sessions, we had understood like the importance of automation and how to do automation, how to use different tags, locators, all that in Selenium. So let's continue more on this today. Okay. Let me share my screen and then we can start doing one by one. So first thing is from the last session, what shall I say? So there are a few things I would like to discuss with you, friends. Let me just show you here. One important thing from last session. Okay, so we can test all this one by one later. So I'll copy these things. We'll go one by one. Let me remove all this so that it's easy for me to explain step by step. So now if you see one important thing, while writing this code in this Eclipse friends, see here, I'm declaring this tag here to search for some Gmail text box in the this website or something, some website or something. Suppose you say you type here, this is automated test software. Okay, we can close this, no problem. Let's take something which is not automated or running on automation. Okay, let me take this, friends. Suppose I say google.com. Now I want to search for this one, for this Gmail web element. So you can inspect this, and what you can do now, you can come to this anchor tag and then you can search for this text, actually Gmail. So that's what we do and we did so far. And we know that now how to do search for locators, because in the last couple of sessions, we understood how to work with locators as well. So that is fine. So here to get this particular website, copy this. So what we have to do? So generally we should say something like driver dot. There are few important things we need to learn, friends. So I'm trying to explain that. Driver dot get. You can say this. This is fine. And then we have to search for that. Once this we get this Google this thing. When we bring up this website google.com, and if you come here, not there. Where is it? We should. So once if you come here, I want to search for this web element Gmail. So if I should search for this Gmail, right, I should add some locator, right, by using some XPath or by using some, you can see here, I don't see any ID. Maybe you can try with class by using the locator class name or tag name. You can try to locate this Gmail in this one. We already have discussed this scenario in our Selenium sessions, previous Selenium sessions. So the question is now, suppose I write a code like this. Now I am running this. If you want, you can add some waiting time like with thread.sleep or something. And then maybe if you want, you can add a driver quit method as well to automatically close the browser window. So you can do all that. That is fine. Now, what do I want to do now? I just want to show you while writing code, how do we avoid these exceptions? So sometimes we come across this kind of exceptions. Now let me run this now. We come across multiple exceptions when we try to run a program. So to avoid that, what is that? So how do we take care of writing code? I'm trying to just give you quick tips so that we don't face such issues. So here now run as Java application. Now see here, I am trying to run this code. I am not doing anything here in the program. I'm just trying to bring this website, get this website google.com. And in this website, what I'm doing is I'm trying to search for that Gmail web element. And but I write this. This should be fine. This is a valid XPath locator. This is I believe this is perfectly fine. But somehow I am getting an error here. You can see here I am getting an exception. It is saying no such element exception. You might be thinking your XPath is valid, and then you are trying to get this website, and still it is showing an exception like this. Usually, no such element exception. No such element means generally you can see this error here, friends. It is saying that your Eclipse is not able to your this one. Uh, Selenium is not able to locate this element. Which element? This element, which is nothing but Gmail, web element Gmail in this website google.com. Then you might be thinking, what went wrong? You are very sure that this tag is uh, declared properly. This is declared fine and well, and this website is also fine. But still, we are seeing something like no such element exception. The only thing is here, what is the mistake we are doing here is this tag, whatever we are declaring here, it has to come after this website, not before. Let us just run this now, and let us execute this and see if this is going to work or not. Let's try this, friends. So here, let's run this now, Java application. Now we got this google.com, and then now, right, it should search for this one actually. Usually you can see here it's asking to sign in. Yeah, it would be coming till this if I am not wrong. And this time you are not seeing any error here. See, you are not seeing any error here. Is this clear now? So this is how we can avoid these kind of simple errors here, friends. So earlier you see there is an error, no such element exception. Why? Because the placement of your tag, this locators is also important. So when you want to search some web element on some website, first you have to get that website. You have to bring that website, and then after that, then you have to search for all that web elements one by one. And here, once if I declare this tag after this website, like after getting this website or triggering website, then I added this XPath tag or XPath locator, then it's going on fine. And now you don't see any error here. In this way, what we have to do, you have to be very sure that you are declaring these statements in the right place. Got it, friends? And if you just declare in wrong place, sometimes it leads to what is that, friends? Exceptions. And be uh, make a note of all this, friends. Be careful with this so that you don't run into this kind of exceptions, right? I'm just removing this. Okay. So this is the quick idea, friends, because last time when I was testing, I declared all these tags, everything fine, but somehow what happened is I'm seeing the exception later on. When I verified, what I found is that this tag is not placed in the right place. So what did I do then? Then after just placing it after this website, I found that this issue is resolved. So I just want to share that experience with you so that what is this? Of course, this happens many times when you start doing in the beginning. So this beginners hiccups. So I'm just trying to make sure that you don't have this beginner hiccups, and you declare tags properly and avoid these kind of exceptions. I hope this is clear, friends. So this is a quick idea. I just thought to discuss this with you in today's session. This is one thing. Hope this is fine for all of you. Okay. So this is a quick idea about avoiding exceptions. And one such exception is no such element exception. And usually when we see this no such element exception, usually when we don't declare these tags properly, and if your Selenium is not able to locate such tags, then it leads to an exception called no such element exception. And the information it passed to us is what? What is the information it shared to us? It shares us like unable to locate the element. Means what? Somewhere this tag is not declared properly. That is what we should identify. I hope this should be clear for all of you, friends, right? So now after this, What is the next scenario we need to discuss? Let's go and discuss that now. So now in the last session, we were testing this one more tag, like, searching for this Google search button in the Google website. Okay. So there was some error. I told you we will quickly check that in the next class. So it is a simple thing. So here I am just pasting that here. I forget to add this click thing. One thing is I just missed, to add this dot click at the end. So somewhere we are not able to work with that button properly. But today we can search for this Google search button in the Google website. I'm commenting this. This is not needed now. What is the requirement now, friends? What I am doing now? We are opening a Google this Google website, and then here you can see here we need to click on this button Google search. If we should click on this button Google search, then what is that we should do? So here we should declare a locator or XPath locator to find this Google search, right? And how to do that means this is the one we have to add it like this. And how to create this tag, all that we had discussed in the last session. I hope you should be clear with all that, friends. Okay, right? So what we do, let's try to execute this tag and see what is the output we get for this one. Okay, then let's run this now. So what is the idea here? We have to locate this Google search button. The idea is locate Google search button in google.com website. .com website. This is the requirement. Okay. Now we are bringing this Google dot. There is, sorry, this is actually a Python comment. Let me add a Java comment here. If you see, now run this now. So the error in the last session is nothing, friends. We just need to add this click method along with this XPath tag, and that will fix the issue. That's all, friends. Nothing more than that. So let's right click and say, maybe if you want, you can add some, waiting time instead of manually closing the that browser window, right? So you can simply say thread dot sleep, and then you can give some 10 seconds. 10,000 means 10 milliseconds. Sorry, 10 seconds. And this usually sleep method throws an error. So what you should do is if it says that throws error, just put your cursor on this sleep method and just add this throws declaration. That would remove your error here. That's all, friends. Because this throws some checked exception, which is interrupted exception. So in such case, what is that we should do? We should throw that error. If you want to throw that error, just we should apply like this. Just do this. That's enough, friends. You don't need to do much there. So now after this, after 10 seconds, I want to close this window. You can simply say driver.quit, and this method will automatically close the browser after 10 seconds, right? And what is this tag is doing? This tag is searching for Google search button in the google.com website. Okay. Now what do we do? Let's run this. Okay. And here already the previous this thing web browser which we opened automated is still running. Close it first before we run the next modified code. What you should do, just close that previous browser we have opened. Now again run this, friends. Now right click and then run as, and then Java application. Now we are rerunning this code. Now you can see browser got open and then we came to google.com website. You can see here this time, what is this, friends? This button got automatically selected. Let me just show you again. Let's run this again. See this, run as Java application. Now you can see Google search button got you can see here. This is, this got highlighted here. If you see, means what it is selecting, locating this Google search button. This button got located by this tag here. So we did an automation. What is the automation? Step one, we opened this google.com website. And once we open that website, then we are trying to locate this button. What is that button? Google search button here, friends. And then we are trying to click on it. Then the question is, you might ask a question. What is that question? Manoram, without entering anything into that, how do you do? Click, right? So that's what we are going to learn in today's session. What is that? We are going to learn much more important things in today's session. So how to enter some text into the search box or text box or anything, and then how do we try to search something through an automation. So that is the one we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. So let's see that now. So what is the requirement we are seeing here? So we are going to get into more into the deeper understanding of automation. So let us see that one by one here, friends. Okay. So now what do we do? So let's just come to the this one. So what is the today's agenda? So today we are going to talk about multiple types of handling different types of elements and actions. So in that, we are going to talk about something called web element. So very important and useful this thing in Selenium automation. This is the class. Okay, web element is a class in Selenium which is used to automate all different types of web elements existing in a website. So that is fine. Then, apart from web element, we do have certain what do we call this actions? What is that action? Click action, send keys, get text. All these are different types of actions which exist in your website, right? So which exist in Selenium, sorry, not website. And we apply these actions on website, right? So that is this is a quick idea. And also we try to understand how to do this, how to apply actions on checkbox, radio button and drop down list. We are going to check all that as well. And apart from that, we are going to discuss about action class. I don't think all this is possible in today's session, but I'm just giving you this is the agenda for today and tomorrow's session. Okay, probably we might finish these concepts in 1 or 2 sessions, right? That is the thing here now. So is that clear now? So what is web element means? I don't need to explain this to you because we have already discussed this statement number of times. Web element means in any website you see here, you take this is, I can close this browser. This is automated browser. We don't need this browser anymore. I'm trying to close this. Let me close that. Suppose this is a Flipkart website. Now in this website, so you see here, this search button is a web element. This login is a web element. This cart is web element. This is web element. Likewise, whatever you see here, all these are web elements. And if you want to automate these web elements, then what is that? Then you need this class called web element class. Got it right? And click just now, we have observed just now what is click here. Click is something we apply on some kind of this thing. It is an action we perform on some these buttons or something. So generally where we apply this click actions we generally apply on buttons. Okay, similarly wherever that is needed we can perform this click action. Okay, send keys, another important thing. Now let us see this. This is the Flipkart website, friends. Now you enter something here, something like books, and you want to search for that. Okay, if you want to first when you enter some books, right? Of course, you can click on it later. And now you want to read these books from this search box. Then how do you do that? So that is where this send keys method comes. This is useful for us. This comes handy for us. Is that clear, friends? So now what do you do? We are going to discuss about another important, this thing of your Selenium automation. What is send keys? This is very much necessary for us. Okay, we use this number of times, friends. So what do you do right now? We come here and you see this. Suppose if you want to, I'll just give a simple automation instead of all this. Suppose what do we do? This is itself. Suppose you should type Selenium here, something, anything. It's not Selenium. You can type books also in this Google website. When I type something like books, what is that here, friends? So you should be able to read these books, right? So that is the idea here. So how do you do that? Simple, right? So for that to do, so what we have to do, and then again, second thing, once you say books, after that you have to click on Google search. Then it should show us something. Got it, right? This is the a simple automation. What is this automation doing? It has multiple steps here. So let us just have this. Maybe if you want, you can try this. So the small project on automation. It is a small project on automation. What is that small project? So we have to go to Google website, Google page, otherwise Google page, and then you should enter. This is go to Google page, enter what? Enter a text. So what is that you do? You should do after that. After entering text, this is step one. So this is one. Okay. And second thing, read text. This is two. Third thing, then once you enter text, after you read text, then again, what is that? You have to read this at your program level. So that is fine. Then what you should do, you have to ask for search again. Mm, Search SEARCH. Okay. Search for the text in Google through automation. All this has to go with the automation. Is this clear, friends? This is a simple project, a mini project. So you can try this. Can you try it yourself now? Can you give a try? How to do this? Anyhow, I'll definitely try to explain how to do this a simple automation. It has just few steps. What are those few steps here? One is you have to go to the Google page. So that's why to go to Google page, all of us know this. Know this. We just need to use this URL and apply this get method. Then it will take us to the Google page. Then what is that you should do? This is not needed now. You can avoid this. So thread.sleep, if you want, you can keep it. No issues with that. Okay. So now what do you do? This is the simple automation project. Automation is you enter text. So I'm removing these as well. We don't need this now here. Keeping them here as a backup. Let it be there. We have already, I believe they are there. Just let's keep this here. Okay. This is fine. All right. Leave it like that. I don't want to waste much time here. So this is the project. Right. So first thing, point one. What is that, friends? When you open a website here, if you see here, this google.com, you know how to get to this website. That is fine. Now this is Google. Now we should say Selenium something here. When I type in, you should read this Selenium and press enter. Means that you should click on that button now. So when you say Selenium, okay, this is fine. And then you should say Google search. And this should take us to the that search options. So it should take us to that Selenium search. It should give us all possible searches for this Selenium here in the Google page. Got it, friends? You can close this. This is not needed at the right side. So this is a simple automation. This is not something really a challenging automation. So how do you do that? First thing here, whenever when you are doing this kind of automation, when you enter something in this search box or text box or any other kind of boxes like this, you should know how to read this text from this search box or dropped, otherwise text box or any other box or a matter of this thing. We have to read this at your code. So in your, this thing from your Java code, you have to read this text. That is one action. Second action, once you read it, then you have to again click on the button. That is second action. There are two things you need to perform here. One is reading this text from the box. Second one, clicking on the button to do clicking on button and it performs some action. That is the second one. So when you click on button, what happens? This Google will search. That button Google search will give you all possible options for Selenium. Okay, that is a second thing, secondary thing. We don't need to worry about that part. But our part here is these two actions. One is reading a text from this search box. Second one, once you input that text into that button, I mean, sorry, box, then you need to click on the button. You need to perform some action on that button. So that is what we should do here, friends. Understood? No? So, so let's write a simple automation code for that. So this one is fine. We are already trying to get the Google page here by passing the URL. This should be fine for us. Next one after this is we have to read this text from this search box. To read this text from the search box, first of all, you should know how to locate this text box. For that, what do we do? Always, always the easy way to locate this search box or text box is simple, friends. You come here, select this, right click and say what? Inspect. When you say inspect here, you can see here, it is giving us some information here. You can see this is the code block which identifies this text box or this search box. Now in this, what we should do here, we should identify this search box in a unique way. And in this, what I am saying is I have already did some, this thing investigation on this before we, on this search box. So here, what I observed here is this queue is there, right? Name. To identify this search box, we can use this attribute name. So that with this attribute name, if you try to create a locator, then we can easily identify this search box, friends. So what is that we should do? We should try to create a locator uh, to identify this search box. So for that, what is that? Choose this attribute name, because among all this, I believe this name attribute is a unique attribute. For example, if you want to quickly check that here itself, how do you check it? You say search here. So do one thing, not there. Add a search here. So here this tag, right, to create a XPath tag or something, what is that? You should know with what tag this is starting. So this is a text area. This tag has, it starts with text area. Some tag starts with anchor A, some tags with input INPUT, and some tags with starts with some link LINK. But now to search this or to locate this text area in this website, what's that you should do? We are creating an XPath tag. How to create XPath tag? You should say // then this means for any XPath tag, we apply this double slash and then text area. What is that we should do? Choose this tag here. Just a minute. I think so choose this text area here. Copy this, paste here. In this text area, again, we should search for what? In this text area, we should search for this attribute name here, friends. So search for this attribute name. So put brackets, open and close, and then inside this, if you want to search for any attribute, what is that you should do here? You should apply at the rate some name equal to in single quotes, and here the value is q. Just pass that here, and then what is that here? Now you should enter. Now when you enter, you can see here we are getting a result one here. So means what? This tag, this whatever we created here, it is able to locate which one, this particular search box. And then you can see for that we created an XPath tag here. And when you try to declare this tag here, and when you are searching for this, so you are doing a search here. When you are doing a search here, what is this? It is giving how many matches? It is giving us one match here. See here. How many matches it is showing here? 1 out of 1. One is that one, you can see already it's highlighted here when we try to declare this tag inside this search box. So this is how, what is that? We can find or locate a web element in your website by creating some kind of a locator tag. Usually we use XPath to locate this kind of web elements in a website. So copy this now, come to your code. So driver dot, you can say find element file dot xpath. Just remove this. And then what is that you should do? Paste it here. I'm going one step by step very clearly. Okay. And here, what is that you should do is you have to put double quotes, friends. You have to add this particular path, this locator path in double quotes here. Put it in double quotes. Okay. Then this is not enough. This will simply locate this search button, this text button. But now, apart from that, what is that you should do when you enter something? You should be able to read that text from your automation. And then after that, you should be able to apply Google search. So this text, whatever you want to search, that you have to pass from your code. So the Selenium, something what you want to search, the text you want to search, that has to be passed from where? We should pass it from this from your automation code. For that, what is that? If you want to send any where any text to this web element, if you want to pass anywhere text to web element, then there is a method, that is that method send keys. So what is the send keys? Send keys is a method you can see here. So just see the syntax here. It takes arguments. So suppose you say here in this you pass Selenium. If you pass Selenium here, what is this doing here? This tag is locating this text area, and into that text area, it is sending this text to Selenium. It is placing this text to Selenium. So when you run this, see here, friends, observe the automation now. So in this simple automation, we are able to get Google page, and then we are trying to enter a text into the search box or text area, right? So right click on this and then run as Java application. See this now? Now you can see we got Google, and then it is trying to enter Selenium. This is all automation. We are not entering we are not doing any manual entering here. So what is that? So no manual entry. So this is automatically passed through automation code, that Selenium search. Is that clear, friends? So that's the simple idea. Now this is not enough. If you just enter some Selenium text into that search box, that is not enough. Again, we should do that search, and we should move to we should get all that search options. Then what is that? Under that again, copy and paste the same code. So add a XPath code. Now what is that you should do? Once you enter some text under that, oh, you can see here now. We should click on this. If you want to search this, you should click on this Google search button. If we should click on this Google search button, what is that you should do? Simply speak, or you should search on some enter, something like this, right? So in such case, what is that you should do here in your code here is simply here remove this, and here apply keys dot, and then you should say keys dot return, I believe. Apply this. When you apply this, what happens? So once this key, after we enter this value, or we enter this word to search, then it will return to that Google search thing, and then it will search for this Selenium text. Okay, let's see this. Observe this. So if you want to click on this Google search button after that, or if you want to just enter something, when you say Selenium, this is automatically passed through send keys method. And when in brackets, if you pass Selenium, till this it happens, and it gives something. Okay, that is fine. After that, you have to search for this. If you should search for this, the simple thing you should do at your code side is simply say keys dot return. When you say keys dot return, it will automatically press enter or click on that Google search button. Then automatically what happens? It will go to it will show us the search options. Means it will move to the next this thing of your automation. Okay, it will move to the next phase of automation. Now, what do you do? Simple, friends. Just right click on this. Just test it. Test the automation. See, I think now our project is successfully done here. Why? What is that? Our simple small automation project. So you should go to a Google page and you should enter some text. You should, of course, we can avoid this actually. Search for that text and get the. So you can search for that text and move to the next phase of this search. So that's what we should do here. Okay, that is fine. So let's see this here now. Right click and then run as and then Java application. Excuse me, friends. Now we entered, you can see now. Now we entered Selenium automatically that we are able to search for that Selenium. And now we got all different options of Selenium here. You can see here, right? Where is it? Where is that web page? Yeah, it's closed. Why it's closed, friends? We applied quit option here. When you pass quit method, automatically that browser window gets quit after how many seconds? 10 seconds. So here put some 30 seconds. So we can wait till that we can keep that browser open for 30 seconds if you pass 30,000 here. Okay. Now again, let's run this now. Now you can see browser got open. We entered Selenium and then we are searching for that this thing. Keys dot return means we are again we are doing a search for on that on top of that Selenium keyword. Now it gives us all possible options of Selenium. You can see here. So this is a quick and simple automation which we did on this simple Google page. I hope this is clear for all of you friends. Is that clear now? Understood? Right. So, and is it clear to all of you friends? No confusion, right? I think we try to go clearly step by step. This is fine. This is one approach. Now let's get into the next topic. So now here, what is this again? Now we are trying to let us take project 2 now. Let's take one more project. So again, project 2. So open a Flipkart website, Flipkart or Amazon or whichever you think is good for. But the process is same. See, once you learn, this is the best and beautiness of automation. So if you are really good with automating one website, almost the process is same for any website. Why? The way we automate those web elements or the way we implement those actions, everything is same here. Okay, so that's why we don't see big difference between automating from one website to another website, except the logic thing. Sometimes logic changes, logic differs. That's all. But the way we automate these text boxes or all these web elements is same, friends. It doesn't change from one web element to another web element. Is that clear? Right. So now open a Flipkart website here. You see here. Just type in here Flipkart and then enter. Now this is actually the search button in Flipkart. You can see here. So you should enter something here, right? And then you should read that. Okay. So that's what you should do here. So can you try that now? So this is a simple project. Go to Flipkart and then what is that you should do? Enter a text, red text in search box. That is one thing. Once you enter something in search box, it will automatically show that text here. Okay, if you want, you can again search on that. Otherwise, of course, you can exit on that. That's up to you. But we should do some search operation here through automation. So it has to be done through automation, friends, not something manual. So it already you know, right? Now you are familiar with this process. Suppose if you enter something in a text box or search box or any other box. So how do you read that text from these boxes? What is the method we need to use here? Can you please answer that in the chat box? So at your automation code, from your code side, if you want to read something from these kind of boxes, what is the method we apply on this particular web element? Can you please answer that in the chat box? Thank you. Think I'm getting quick answers from you. This is really good. Yes, that's true, friends. We apply web this. What is it, friends? Send keys. So right click on it. Now again, next question to you. How do you locate this search box now? Obviously, before you do automation, you have to do all this analysis. You have to come to website, click on that particular web element, and then say inspect. And you have to locate this web element in this website manually first. You should manually locate this. So, and for that, you can add some. What is that? You can do some search. You can create some tags here and then search here and locate that. And that tag you can put it in the code and you can test it. Then the tag can be expert tag or expert locator tag, or it can be a CSS locator tag, or it can be some other different locator like ID locator or class locator or tag locator, or it can be anything. Okay, now I should locate this text box. Let us try to get again do some manual exercise to locate this text box, and we put that locator code or path in the our automation code and test it. Now let us create a simple path here or a simple tag to locate this particular this one, friends, this particular web element. So in this is the, now if you see, when you see this is actually a this tag is input type. It is not text area. If it is Google search, it is showing that as a that web element as text area. But here this search is an input one. You can see here. This is an input here. Then after that, what else we have here? To identify this, how do you locate? Believe this name equal to Q should be useful for us. Sometimes we should use these attributes to locate these tags. And in this, usually I prefer name tag because I already did some analysis again. It was yesterday and today also before we come to this session. So now the best thing to locate this particular search box is using this attribute name here. So let us see here. How do you write this tag here now? This locator tag. So simple, friends. Here is, can I use text area? If I use text area and press enter, I'm not seeing any matches here. I'm not finding any matches for this particular tag. So if you are seeing match for this thing for this tag, means we are locating it properly, and it should get highlighted here once you add some tag and enter. When you when you once you declare some tag and search for that tag here, it should be able to locate this one, this area, this tag here. So now this is not working. Why? This is fine. This attribute search is fine, but here we should not use text area. This is not needed. Why? Because this tag starts with input, but you are searching with text area and both are not matching. Then what is that you should do here, friends? Don't use text area. Remove that text area, and in place of that, put input. Now you can see as soon as we put input, sorry, as soon as we put input, and then we are passing attribute, and we are validating it in a right way. Immediately, it is able to select this tag, input tag. So this tag will work now. So copy this. So go to your code. Are you able to understand this, friends? So what is that? We are just trying to locate a tag, a web element in the web page. For that, we are creating a simple tag here, and then we are just trying to check in multiple ways. Now you can see when I just declare this input, and then we are creating an XPath tag here. And with this tag, we are trying to search for this web element. And you see, when we change it that text area to input, we are able to see we have a match here. We got one match here. Means what? We are able to get a match, a unique match for this, and this will uniquely identify this search box. Okay, now copy this and go to your code And then here, instead of this, maybe make a small change here to identify if you are to apply this for Flipkart. Now, case 2, we are creating a small automation on Flipkart. We are opening a Flipkart website and trying to enter a text in a search box and trying to do some search in the Flipkart website. Okay, so come here. You can close all this. These are all not needed for us. Okay, close this, close this. Now you can copy this code block 1 or 2, this thing. Now this is again what we are doing, automation on Flipkart. This is what we are doing. Now here, if you see here, open now, get that Flipkart URL, friends, and pass it to this get method. So come here, copy this, and then pass it to this get method here. So pass it to get method. Now after this, what is that we should do? We should locate that search button in the Flipkart website. Which search button? This one. So if you want to locate that, how do you locate it? Already we had just tried to do that a manual search for that by creating a simple tag here. You can see here, and we found we have it got a hit for us. So we had a hit here, means we got one match for this tag. Now you can just take it here. And here you can see we have to make small change to this. What is that? Instead of text area, this tag starts with input. So you have to say double slash for XPath always. When you are searching for some tag, for something, for some web element, it should always starts with double slash. And then this one, the start of the tag is nothing but just that the kind of tag that HTML is using to locate this or to declare this, but this particular web element. And here it is using input. So pass input here. Okay, friends, pass input here. And then again you have to, if you just pass input, that is not enough, because in this particular website there might be number of input tags. In that you have to locate this particular search box. So you have to use a unique attribute that identifies this search box. Here the unique attribute that identifies this particular search box is name. Use name attribute. There might be few more unique attributes. You can search and you can try you can do an R&D there. Okay, you can play with multiple attributes and see what other unique attributes are there in this input tag, and you can try to use all those. You can play with all those. You can apply class, this locator, class locator, and see. You can apply some kind of title, or you can apply some more else. But from my side, I am choosing this one. What is that? I am choosing this one, this attribute name, to locate this search box. Okay, so that's why I used name attribute. Generally, if you are adding any attribute in your XPath tag, you should just that has to start with at the rate. At the rate, if you see at the rate, means we are trying to validate this XPath tag with the attribute. So okay, some name attribute, some otherwise some title attribute. These are all attributes. You can see all this, something we say some type equal to something, title equal to something. All this type, title, we call this as attributes or properties for this tag. Now we are passing it, and then this value of that name tag, name attribute. Okay, this will locate the search button in the Flipkart. Sorry, search box in the Flipkart. Now to that search box, we should pass some text instead of Selenium. Usually we don't search Selenium in Flipkart. We say some books, some pen, some pencil. There are many more items, right? Fridge, some fridge, Samsung, or many other brand names we can search with the Flipkart website. So now what I am doing now, I am passing this books text to that search box. Save it. Now you can keep this as is, no problem. And then right click and then run as and then Java application. Now you can see here, see this, what happened? It opened Flipkart website, and then it has gone to this search button, and then it passed that books which we entered, which we are passing from our automation code. Can you see this now? Right. And then suppose if you want to do such, what is that you should do? If you want to go for searching this for books, simply copy and paste this tag here. Let everything be same except change this. So only thing you have to change here is see this one. And here, what is that you should do? Simply say keys. You have to apply that keys thing. Keys dot return. Let's apply this and see if this works in that website. So delete this. Right click and then say run as and then Java application. So you can see here. Now you can see this books is working. When we click on that books, so this has moved to the next level. It has passed that books, that word books, that search word, search text to this in this search box, and you can see we got all different books here. It's showing different books related to that search here, friends. You can see here. So see how simple we are doing. This is actually how we do automation of a website. See how interesting this is. And it got closed automatically. Why? Because we just used we asked it to that sleep method to to wait until 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is done, as we are applying quit method, that browser is closed, friends. But you can see here, right? How do you do such that keys dot return will apply that enter, and then it will search for the books and show you all related search for books here. In this way, we can do this automation, friends. Is this interesting? I believe this session is one of the very good sessions we did so far. Hope this is clear for all of you, friends. And we are not yet done. There are many more things for you. So in tomorrow's session, we talk about web element, and then we also talk about these things. What is that? Now we are able to understand a couple of things. What is that? We understood, of course. This is actually a built-in class. Without that, we know what is web element and what are different web elements, and then how to apply click action. We already did click action in today's session. And then we also understood about send keys method. So what is the purpose of click? Click is used to do an action. These are all actions, friends. Okay, actions means which perform some activity on your web element. Click is generally applied on button or all these kind of things. Okay, send keys means if you want to pass some input to your web element in your website, then send keys is needed. And then get text, we didn't yet discuss this. We discuss this get text. Usually we use this with drop down boxes, all this stuff. Okay, radio buttons, I believe, or some these kind of things. We'll see that in tomorrow's session. Okay, so that is also a very good session as a part as part of your automation is concerned. I hope this is clear for all of you. Any questions? So that's all, friends, for today. Maybe you can try to do a simple automation here. Okay. Maybe you can validate all these automations and try to understand all the different actions we try to apply. All different this thing we try to apply. This key code, if you want, I can copy and paste it in the chat box. I can, if you want to for practice, let me share the code with you. Let me share the code. So you can have it, that code. And also, if you want, you can also take this for tomorrow's session. These are all we have. Maybe if you want, you can take this as well. Just keep it handy for you to do testing in tomorrow's session. Where is it? Let me paste it here. Okay, copy it, friends. Excuse me. Okay, friends, any questions? I believe you are good with this, right? I hope you got a clear idea about what is action, what is click action, what is send keys action, all this, right? Tomorrow we'll talk about get path and also we understand more about web element. So again, what is the best approach to locate a web element in a website? Is it directly by applying a tag like this, or can we simplify that we use it by using web element? All that we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay, friends. Okay, thank you. We'll
Yeah,
stop this
Manu,
session here.
I need help. My Chrome is not opening because of the version, so I need help for that.
Okay. Sure, Sanita. Please,
Yeah.
you can stay back. We'll try and see.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.